If you want to maximize the amount of money you make in this crypto bull cycle, this is probably one of the most important videos you will ever watch. The main mistake people make when they're getting into the markets is chasing green candles, chasing FOMO. Once everyone has already come nice and early, they are using you as exit liquidity. You need to stop doing this and start getting into narratives nice and early. And here on the channel, we have a track record of doing this. So today I'm going to outline the thesis for you guys on why you need to be in these types of projects, not financial advice. Do your own research, of course, but this is exactly what I'm doing to take advantage of these crypto markets, and you need to understand the thought process behind it so you can come to your own conclusion, right? This episode is going to be very, very important, and you need to understand and listen closely. The meme coins will come after. That's a bit of fun, right? But for now, we need to truly understand why we are getting into these investments, why it will pay off, and why it is the best risk to reward ratio to take in the crypto markets right now. Let's get right into it. Let's keep winning. Let's do it. First of all, this is a chart, Bitcoin dominance. If you're not aware what Bitcoin dominance is, it is essentially comparing Bitcoin's dominance over the whole market as opposed to the rest of the market. As we can see here, we see a bearish trend happening with this Bitcoin dominance. So that's all you need to know about it, right? And we did lose that key level of support on the Bitcoin dominance. So that's exactly what we're looking for, this break of area of support. That's been an area of support for a while now, and we are breaking to the downside. This is exactly what we want to see, and we're almost in free fall right now, right? So the next level of support is this 57% mark, and then we want to see Bitcoin dominance continue to tank. Why do we want to see this tank? Because this is when all our projects that we get into, that we invest into early, take off. Bitcoin dominance, every time it falls, we are going through a historic altcoin season. So what do you think this drop here was, guys? When everyone got rich off meme coins and altcoins in 2021, that's exactly what was happening. So we want to see Bitcoin dominance continue to plunge. And I think we are in this right now where we are going to see something similar to this in 2021. Which will be a massive payday for all you guys right here if we're getting into the right projects. And that's exactly what we're going to be speaking about here today, because it is absolutely vital you don't get caught in the garbage going around and you get into the right projects right now. So first and foremost, guys, Ethereum is the most important altcoin in everything. It doesn't matter what you're involved with, say some low market cap AI coins, meme coins, whatever it may be. We need Ethereum to do well. This is essentially the daddy of the altcoins. If this doesn't do well, the altcoins do not flourish. We absolutely need Ethereum to keep pushing. And why do you think we're going through what we're going through right now, guys? So we've got that confirmation on Ethereum, the absolute breakout above that 4K USD, that area of resistance we've seen before. And things are getting absolutely wild. People are suffering from FOMO. People are jumping into all different types of coins. So this is very important, guys. Ethereum, if you don't understand crypto cycles, Ethereum essentially leads the way for absolutely everything. So now let's get into the juicy gains, the stuff that is going to yield you the most returns this crypto cycle. Now, worthless, we spoke about it in yesterday's video in great detail. If you guys missed that video, I highly recommend watching that. I explain my thesis behind worthless coin and why it will perform so well. Worthless has crossed over 20 mil market cap. Right, so it wicked over 20 mil market cap. You can see it there, 0.002. This is going absolutely nuts, guys, and it's because of exactly how I explained yesterday. All these Solana launch pads and ecosystems are competing for the volume, and now we've just seen Troll go absolutely parabolic, which wasn't organic in my opinion, right? So I'm just speculating there, but it was to draw attention back to Pump Fund, because we do know Pump Fund were losing completely out to Bonk, and now Bonk's been taken over again. It's a fight for the top, right? So now Moonshot is coming back and going, hey, we've got worthless. We're going to be the king of the Solana ecosystem, the Launchpad ecosystem, and we're going to show that we have the most strength. Worthless coin, funny narrative to get in amongst. I think they're going to keep pushing this. It's in their best interest to do so. This is going to draw the most attention for them towards Moonshot. So they are going to keep pushing this, in my opinion, a bit of a cabal. And I think people are going to FOMO into this massively. So I think we still got a fair way to go with Worthless. We absolutely nailed this trade. 6.4 million market cap cap in the VIP Discord group, we called it at, and people are extremely happy just a day in, more than a 3x. So take a look at that. But worthless, looking absolutely brilliant on the TA perspective. I think, you know, once we completely clear this old all-time high and we comfortably break past that, it's just escape velocity, it's price discovery territory from there. So once we do break that level, there is nothing really to go from, and I think we're just going to shoot up to 30, 50, 100 mil market cap eventually, guys. This is the type of coin that will do that. Once you understand the logic behind that, you start to grasp these crypto kind of outlooks that you didn't have before. So when you're learning more in the space, you understand, okay, this is exactly why worthless will pump. These are people actually competing for all the volume on the Solana ecosystem, right? So very, very important stuff there to understand, guys. If you don't care about that type of stuff, that's absolutely fine too. You don't have to fully understand these concepts in crypto just to invest, right? So if you do agree with someone else's thesis on it and you think they make sense, then go for it, right? But for the people that want to understand in greater detail what we're investing into, I'm trying to explain it here. Next is Alien Base. This was a pick that was mentioned in the VIP Discord group as well at about 12 mil market cap. I've been speaking about Alien Base even before today, you know, earlier on my channel. This was a great pick months and months and months ago when Base was doing well. I thought this was going to do really well. Didn't work out back then, but now the thesis is kind of playing out now, right? So we're seeing a lot of volume come for Ethereum. And this is what I said months ago, guys. I said, Base just doesn't matter until Ethereum pumps. At the end of the day, Base is an L2 on Ethereum. And we talked about how these companies and projects were building on top of Ethereum and how this is super, super important because that shows you where the future is going. They wouldn't be building on Ethereum if it wasn't coming back, guys. So anyway, you know, a bit of a tangent there, but I told people Ethereum is a lot more utility backed than Solana. Solana has its use cases, right? And it's great at onboarding retail, but it's more used like a casino chip rather than an actual utility project. That's the thing with Solana, and people don't understand about Ethereum. People are a lot more serious on this chain. Anyway, we saw the Base narrative coming back and we are gravitating towards decentralized exchanges that provide liquidity for Base, right? So you can earn rewards with this. You can earn passive income. I think this is just a much better play than Aerodrome because of the multiples involved, right? So if Aerodrome wasn't as high, or even if you have a lot of money, I think Aerodrome's a better bet. I think it's a lot safer, but Alien Base is going to yield us those huge returns that we're looking for, in my opinion, right? So it's riskier. There's a token creation feature on the website as well. So that could be utilized and people could draw a lot of hype there. So it could be like a onboarding a second type of Solana. Maybe it's essentially like a pump.fun type of thing. I don't know, right? But the future has it told that I think Base is going to do really well. And this is almost like a central hub for Base that is lower in market cap, right? I love the website. I think they've done well. So that's Alien Base. Next up is a little bit of lore behind why Abster will do so well. I tell you about Abster all the time, guys. I've been calling it on the channel. If you've been following along, you absolutely probably love me because of Abster, right? Abster is essentially a beta play to Pudgy Penguins. If you know how much money and marketing is behind Pudgy Penguins, Abster would have been fairly simple to grasp the concept of. So Abster, guys, again, it is pumping absolutely massively today. We have absolutely nailed the Abster trade. We bought it way down at these levels down here, about 5 to 7 mil. So I was talking about it down here with you guys. So the people that are long-term following me, they're so happy with this. This has been one of the easiest holds by a mile. Let's get right into why this is going to do so well. It's a beta play on Pudgy Penguins. We know how much money and marketing is behind Pudgy Penguins. This is essentially the mascot of the Abstract blockchain. I say this all the time. If you aren't familiar with Abstract, it's time to start getting yourself familiar with the Abstract blockchain. There is so much money to be made there, in my opinion. And obviously, Abster is your safest bet. This is going to be the mascot. I say this all the time, the Brett of the Base blockchain. It went to over 2 billion market cap, Brett. It became like the main focal icon of Base. And that's what's going to happen with Abster. As long as we get the right amount of volume, as long as we get the right amount of attention we think this can get. And we do know the co-founder of the chain is Luca Netz. We say this every time, right? But just understand the thought process behind why we're investing in these coins. Very, very important. These aren't just standard gamble picks that we talk about in the other episodes, right? These are very important concepts you need to understand when making real money in crypto. So Abster's there. It's fairly late now, but I think you will still get good returns, guys. All right. You didn't get down here. That's fine. Not many people still on board Abstract, right? So it's a very, very unique type of concept here. So, and like I say to everyone all the time, a lot of people see this and they go, oh, I don't know how to buy it. And then they just don't do it. And that's costed them a very, very valuable position in Abster. There's videos on YouTube telling you guys how to bridge to Abstract. It's not that hard. Get the contract address, sort it out. Okay. Next up is Teddy Bear. Same type of concept, but for the Pulse chain, guys. This, in my opinion, will be the biggest meme coin on the Pulse chain. So there's a bit of a narrative coming back for the Pulse chain. If you guys believe in Pulse, definitely bid Teddy Bear. And there's another one called Briar at the moment, which is a dog. A lot of funding behind that. So go and look at that in your own time as well. We don't have too much time to talk about that. All right, talking about some things you guys absolutely love. So that here is CCdog, which is Courage the Dog. You guys might remember this as kind of like a series, right? This was a cartoon. Courage the Dog is absolutely pumping at the moment, and we did just find out about a Shiba Inu partnership with this token, right? So that is why you see this huge wick to 6.6 mil. It has come down now after the initial hype. Some people took profit, the pump and dump that usually happens after huge news. Guys, this could be a great time to get into this project. Obviously, there's a great team behind this to get a partnership with the Shiba Inu team. Who knows what's happening there, right? So I think a lot of money's piling in for this. A lot of YouTubers are speaking about it at the moment. I've just seen the narrative shift towards this, and I think this is going to perform really well. We haven't spoke about a dog coin for a while, so let's just add CCdog in there, right? I think it's going to do really well, built on top of Ethereum. You guys know I love these Ethereum plays lately, right? I just can't stand the Sol Jeets at the moment. Next is MindFact. Been speaking about it for a while, still performing really, really well, holding that really nice level of support. You know, guys, sometimes it's not about how fast it runs up. It's about how much it holds support. So we see these aggressive dumps from people that were probably really, really early in this project. That's more than fair enough, right? Saw this huge parabola. You know, this was when I told you guys about it, 1.7 mil market cap. Like I said, guys, VIP Discord group is getting the bag. They are getting into these projects nice and early. We called it down here. You had a quick, what, 5-6x there, comfortable. Now it's come back down to earth around 5.2 mil. It's looking like a nice accumulation phase for this project at the moment. So guys, if you're looking for a Matt Fury narrative to get in amongst, guys, we've spoken about it before, the whole Pepe, Brett, Andy, they're coins that have gone to billions, if not hundreds of millions of market cap. And this is the next kind of Matt Fury narrative with the Cortex Vortex. So it's like his latest kind of book. So big narrative there. 5 mil market cap, who knows where it can go. I'm thinking at least 20 to 50 mil, right? That's exactly where I'm thinking it can go easily. So I'm holding on to this. I think MindFact's going to do really, really well, holding support very strongly. Like I said, these ETH coins have a lot more support than others. Next up is Mars. You know, it's gone through a very hefty correction after the initial hype. You know, we talked about it. We called it in the Discord way down here. Ran up massively to 2.2 mil. I'm not sure if other people spoke about it or not. A lot of hype behind it. And now we're consolidating at about a 60-70% typical correction of meme coins when they get aggressively dumped. It's not looking too great at the moment. I'll give you guys that. You know, sometimes you just have to call a spade a spade. But I think if we reclaim these levels at 1.2 mil and sit nice there again, start using that as support, like it did act as support, and then we ultimately lost the level here, which wasn't good to see. So if we can make a swift boom straight back to 1.2 mil, start using that as support, and then bounce off that level, right? We definitely don't want to see, if we see this as resistance again and come back down, Mars might be a little bit cooked, at least for the short term. But I think we should see some explosive moves to the upside. Hopefully they were just wallets in lots of profit that dumped off and we can continue up higher. Next up, Marie Rose. Like I said, I thought this would chop between the zone. It was looking strong. It has the narrative. Soft Murad shilling. We've got James Wynn talking about and getting involved with it, but we've broken this trend line now. It's in a bit of a danger zone, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. So if Marie Rose ultimately really falls past this level here that's on right now, I think we're going to see it crash until about 4 mil. So be very, very careful on Marie Rose at the moment. I don't mean to spread FUD. I mean, I'm in this project myself, right? Marie Rose is looking not so good at the moment. We do want to reclaim these 6.5 mil levels very, very quickly. So we're making those lower lows. Not good to see there. And that does it for today's episode, guys. Very, very important episode today. I think you guys can grasp the concepts behind what I'm speaking about and maximize the profit you get in this bull run. Like I say every time, free Telegram group in the links down below in the description, and the VIP Discord group is there for anyone who wants to take it more seriously. You get my buy and sell alerts, and you get to have one-on-one access to me much more easier, right? So see you guys in the next video. Peace.